folks, welcome to another Triple T Thursday. For those just joining us, that's Tools, Tips, and Talk, where we talk about info for the knife maker. In today's episode, we're going to continue the ABS Journeyman Smith testing. And this one, we're going to finish the knife and do all the tests. So stay tuned, it's going to be a fun one.
I ground the blade pretty close pre-heat treat, so here I'm using a 120 grit belt just to finish it off. I don't plan on doing any hand sanding on this blade. There really isn't a need to, so it's going to be all belt finish.
Okay, I've got the blade pretty much finished. It's been belt sanded to 400, and then I took a surface conditioning belt and just smoothed it all out. I think it looks really good right now. The next step, and one of the most vital steps, is blue backing it, which means heating just the spine, probably the top 3/4 of it, with a torch until it's blue, and this will basically take the heat treat out of the top and make it flexible. So what I've done is filled this container full of sand, and then I've basically poured water in it right up to the top, so the water is actually right below the surface of the sand. I'm just going to put the knife edge down in the sand, build it up a little bit on the tip, and then we're going to torch it. There. So we've got about 3/4 of it buried. Now I'm going to, hopefully that's enough. And now I'm going to use the torch. I'm going to try it with a propane torch, but if that doesn't work, then I'll move on to the oxy torch.
I gave up pretty quickly on the propane torch. With this blade being 3/16 thick, there's no way that propane was going to cut it, so on to the oxyacetylene.
So here's the blade after the blue backing. Hopefully that's enough. It looks like it was about half the blade, just over half, about 2/3 of the blade, and the edge is still shiny. So I'm going to take it to the surface conditioning belt, take that off, and then we'll put a handle on it, and then we're going to test it.
This is a blue surface conditioning belt, which is the lightest one, just to take the color off and make the blade look nice.
For the handle, I'm just going to use this piece of black walnut. It's already been stabilized. Not that it needs it. I just happen to have a bunch of these on hand. All right, let's cut it.
I'm following the typical steps of applying the handle, first drilling the pinholes. I wanted this to be a functional handle and not just, tape around the end of the handle or something like that.
Okay, time for glue up.
After this, I did some rough shaping of the handle. I certainly didn't hand sand it, but enough that it was comfortable to use. I didn't want to get any hot spots because I'll be chopping a lot with this handle.
Okay folks, I got the knife all done. The handle's just been rough finished. It's time for our first test. This is a 1-inch piece of manila rope. We're going to try to cut it in one swing. Okay, test number 2. We're going to cut through this 2x4 twice and still shave with it. Let's go.
Since this knife was only 1.25 inches wide, it didn't have a lot of weight, so the chopping took quite a while. And this is where I was happy that I made a comfortable handle.
All right, there's one. Let's see if I can make it a little more accurate this time.
I didn't count the actual number of swings, but you can see it was a lot. And if a knife can survive this and still be able to shave, you know it's got a good edge.
There. Looking at the blade, I see no visible issues. Here's the test. Look at that. She shaves, no problem. All right. Test number 2 done. All right, time for the dreaded bend test. This one, I'm gonna mark off 3 inches. We're gonna put it in the vise. I'm gonna use this pipe and we're gonna bend it 90 degrees. I got an apron on. I'm going to be wearing a full face shield just in case this goes wrong. Let's hope it doesn't. Let's measure it out. All right here. And folks, in case you were wondering, yes, this is the most stressful thing you can do to a knife. Let's give it a shot. There we go. Woo! That is awesome. I'm very happy, folks.
Well, folks, there we have it. The rope test, the 2x4, the shave in the arm, and the bend test. I actually did pretty good, and it was, you can see it was kind of crimped here. I might use some copper or something next time so it doesn't crimp like that, because that potentially could be a danger area, but it held up really, really well. No cracks. That's just some dirt from the pipe, I think, or from the 2x4, but it held up. I'm very happy. Thanks, folks. I'm thrilled that this went okay, and I'm excited to do the real test in January. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you on the next one.